Smooth.
This week, long-distance night vision rabbit shooting, a fairway off down the fairway, plus the Formula 1 of target shooting. It's F-Class at Bisley. Welcome to Fieldsports Britain. What better way to test the long-range capabilities of a night vision unit than on a golf course where we know the length of every fairway and there are rabbits munching on the green. As these lamp-shy bunnies and the odd fox are causing the club a few issues, Roy feels they could be the ideal way of illustrating just what good quality night vision has become, capable of accurate pest control at impressive distances. More of that in a minute. First, he wants just to have a look through the Drone Pro 10 times from Night Vision Gear UK in daylight. When we zeroed it first time round, we had to do it at Andy's in darkness. We still did it, but with its daylight filter on, you can make the process far easier when you can see what's in front of your face.
The unit comes with a focus wheel at the back of the unit, so you can focus precisely onto the target. But it's also got a built-in parallax adjuster as well for distance and range. So as we're going through on the parallax, you can see the different points of the target coming in to focus. Forward, Jiminy. Find me foxes. Smooth. Very smooth.
Should we do that again?
When you've got a lot of foxes in an area like this, when you're calling them in and lamping, even with the best intentions of the world, occasionally you'll educate a fox because you shoot one and the other one picks up what's happening. So we're going to go around with the night vision, and I'm hoping that the drone really comes into its own tonight.
With the dedicated illuminator, Roy's impressed with the target picture.
Okay, now this just goes to show again the benefits of having the Drone 10, because you have got 10 times magnification, so you are able to identify your quarry so much easier. Now, we saw a set of eyes, turn the unit on, and immediately you can see that it's somebody's cat just couched up on the edge of the bushes there. I don't want to put the crosshairs on it, as I say, the bolt's not closed, so but as I say, you can identify the cat absolutely perfectly there, and we know that that isn't the target.
We get foxes showing interest, but Roy blames the camera and our silhouette for the lack of success tonight.
When you're foxing on foot as opposed to out of a vehicle, you do have to be very mindful, because they do seem to pick you up a lot easier or a lot more nervous and aware when you're actually outside of the vehicle. I think if we were not in a golf buggy, if we'd been in one of our normal shooting vehicles, then it probably would have been a different game, even with a little bit of ambient light coming from the vehicles. They're used to seeing a vehicle with a little bit of light haloing around it.
Then, on the way back to the clubhouse, we get a good look at a fox. Roy pulls the trigger, and we have the first one of the night. Moving around the course, there are an impressive number of bunnies, so we park up behind the 7th tee and move up the slope so Roy can scan with the drone. The rabbits have no idea we are there.
Wait for the smoke to clear. There we go. So you can just see the rabbit skirting about there. So that should have been a 200-yard headshot.
So again, we've got a rabbit out at about 200.
and that was a smack-on headshot at 200 yards. So I'm more than happy with the capabilities of this setup. I really, really do like this night vision, especially with its own illuminator. It is absolutely superb. I think it's time to pick up the rabbits, just confirm that we've got a couple of headshots there, and head off home for a cup of tea, I think. Well, we've just worked out the distance on that, because obviously it's a golf course, so all of the fairways are marked out. And what did you say that was?
To here from where we were is an easy 230 yards.
So 230. So again, for a night vision unit, you really can't want any more than that. Yeah, it's out to 250 yards for any night vision unit is absolutely superb. And as you can see, that was a perfect headshot. So again, you can see this one was definitely another headshot. So for being able to shoot in the pitch black and pick rabbits off like that at that sort of range and be accurate enough to carry out headshots like that, then you can't really ask for any more from any unit as far as I'm concerned.
So it's been a really good test for the drone at range, and it looks like Roy might be sticking the drone on his FAC air rifle. If you want to find out more about the Drone Pro 10 times, go to nightvisiongear.co.uk.
And let's just turn that.
Nice swing there, Roy. Right, somebody whose swing has already swung. It's David on the Fieldsports Channel News Stump.
This is Fieldsports Channel News. A US TV hunting star out after antelope with a spear has speared himself. Tim Wells of Relentless Pursuit was injured when one of his spears dropped on his leg. The spear missed his femoral artery and Wells was able to stabilise the wound before being rescued. Watch out if you're posting videos about hunting and shooting online. The battle between two British online news websites, Mail Online and Mirror.co.uk, has seen their journalists trawling YouTube, stealing hunting films and putting them out as news. In this film, they both steal the film of a 9-year-old boy celebrating his birthday by going bear shooting. The video posted to YouTube by the boy's father, Canadian professional hunter Greg Sutley, shows the boy taking a perfect shot. A YouTube channel called My Mail Online, which included the video, was closed by YouTube this week for repeated copyright violations. Some people fear the review of the Wild Mammal Scotland Act in case it strengthens the hunting ban, but the Countryside Alliance welcomes it. The Act has been in operation since 2002 and around 75 people have been convicted of deliberately hunting wild mammals with dogs. The Countryside Alliance says Scotland leads the way on legislating for the protection of wild mammals. Pakistan has banned hoobara bustard shooting. The bird's population has fallen to between 50,000 and 100,000 thanks to oil exploration, road building and mining. Every year hunters from the Gulf states like to come to Pakistan to shoot them, which Pakistan has allowed for what it calls diplomatic expediency, and because they bring investment in the social sector, like hospitals and schools. The American Hunting for Heroes program has taken another veteran out shooting. Local troopers helped Keith Langley of Wyoming zero his rifle before going after pronghorn antelope. Keith Langley is a Vietnam veteran who was severely injured while serving on the USS Saratoga. Visit huntingwithheroes.org. And finally, Antis in South Africa have come under fire for targeting black hunting groups. Animal rights organisation, the NSPCA, attacked the Shibula Communal Property Association in Limpopo province for selling hunting on its land. But the association says it's being targeted because it is among the few blacks who are in this business doing well. You are now up to date with Fieldsports Channel News. Stalking the stories, fishing for facts.
Thank you, David. Now for rifle shooters in a class of their own. It's F Class. This is the Formula One of target shooting, pushing the boundaries of performance of rifle and bullet, optics and shooter. This is the 2015 F-Class European Championships taking place this year at Bisley. Way back here, 1,000 yards from the target, it's all about precision. Precision engineering and precision shooting with a sprinkle of luck and a dash of bling to add colour and a little national symbolism to what is a very friendly gathering.
Been a sport for about 20 years. It was started in Canada by an older gentleman, George Farquharson, who wanted to put a scope on his rifle to carry on shooting as he couldn't see. And it progressed from there into two disciplines, one FTR, which is a 308 or 223 based discipline, or the open class discipline, which is any calibre up to 8mm. It's what better word, the Formula One of shooting. We're shooting at a 5-inch V-ball. It's the tightest long-range target in the world that's used. And people are getting very good scores. If you look at the wins today, people are still scoring 93, 94% scores. And it's nice to see. And people are enjoying themselves.
So what makes a successful F-class shooter?
Meticulous preparation, timing training, getting your kit right, getting your ammunition right, and learning to read the wind. Easy, yeah.
Mick Maksimovic organises this event looking after 200 plus shooters from all over the planet. There's a competitor from New Zealand and teams from France, Italy and Ukraine, plus it spans the generations with the youngest competitor 14 years old and the oldest 92. We ask you, is there a more inclusive sport which has you rubbing shoulders with world and European champions? Talking of champions, Stuart Anselm won the European F-Class FTR title here in 2011. A gunsmith by trade, he explains just how tricky this long-range shooting can be.
Put into perspective, we're shooting at a 10-inch circle from 1,000 yards, and for every mile an hour of wind, a typical 308 will blow 6 to 7 inches, maybe more. So today, where we've got maybe 15 mile an hour of wind, we're aiming 100 plus inches off the centre to try and hit that dinner plate at 1,000 yards. So that sort of kind of puts in perspective what we're doing, and when the wind changes, we've seen today 1 to 2 minute wind changes, the sort of flick of a switch, which you're 2 foot away from where you wanted to be. So it's very demoralising, but at the same time, a good feeling when you get it right.
This is a sport which tempts you with shinier and shinier kit. There are rifles out of the box that are capable of competing at this level, but in the open class there are beasts like this, created by the Dolphin Gun Company, which just so happens to be owned by Mick.
We'll start with the rifle first. The action is manufactured first by a company called CST, easily removable, showing 3 lugs, gives the dirt, it's been shooting all day. It works well, it cams well, it primary ejects well. The action's very, very accurate. And the rifle is also. It's fitted with a Bartlett 9-twist 7mm barrel. It's firing a 7mm 270 cartridge with a 316 neck, which is predominantly a Wildcat. It's a 270 Winchester short magnum, which is necked up to 7mm. It's one of the most popular cartridges used in F-Class Open here and in Europe and around the world. The barrel life's fairly low. It's about 1,000 rounds, 11 to 1,200 rounds maximum. So it's a disposable item. It's like tyres on an expensive car. Chassis is also made by us. It's a modular aluminium chassis. Mine's a little bit customised and jazzed up with George and the Dragon. We go to the front coaxial rest, which allows adjustment backwards and forwards, up and down. We also make the rest. In fact, I'm trying to use as much of my own product as well while I'm shooting to market it. It'll shoot a sub-quarter minute group on a good day, depending on how I am and how the ammunition is and how the wind is. Every good rifle must have good optics. We have a March, which is probably some of the best optics in the world. That's an 8x80. I don't really use it on 80 power, but it's a very, very nice scope, works very, very well. So you're looking at about £6,000 there for everything all done, yeah?
We've said this is an inclusive bunch, and there are even some novices here. Jens Tiggers works for Hornady Ammunition, distributing products throughout Europe and across Africa. He's enjoyed a career pistol target shooting, but with a bit of coaching from Stuart, he's found himself mid-table behind a Savage rifle.
I have to say, without the help of Stuart Anselm of Osprey Guns, I would not be able to be that confident about it. But I mean, he did the setup and he told her what to do, and I said I went back to my basics, breeze control, trigger control, and just watch what's happening. And it was pretty amazing from the beginning how it went. I mean, this is really applied ballistics, and that what really interested me, to see how much the influence is, how much you can compensate and to work with it. Recovery, after your shot's blown off the target, you try to get the next one on, and You'll learn a lot. I mean, it's really exciting, really exciting.
The Italians are here in force and are a team to watch. They, like the French and Germans, don't have access to long MOD type ranges like we do in the UK and can struggle to shoot more than 300 metres.
We don't have the distances in Italy. The longest shooting range we have is up to 600 yards. There is an experimental range that goes up to 1,000 yards that we're hoping to start using next year.
With the shooting over for the day, there's a real party atmosphere as the competitors and teams wait for the results and to continue their post-match analysis. If you want to join this happy gang and push your knowledge and skill of rifle shooting, why not give F-Class a go? For more information or to find out when the next event is on, contact the National Rifle Association of the UK and go to their website nra.org.uk. From the National Shooting Centre to the rest of the world of shooting and hunting on YouTube, it is Hunting YouTube. This is Hunting YouTube, which aims to show the best hunting and shooting videos that YouTube has to offer. The goose shooting season is well underway across the Northern Hemisphere, if this week's Hunting YouTube crop is anything to go by. Rich Hunting is enjoying gams and yaks in Holland in this film with the Browning B725 and a field trial Labrador. More geese, this time from Finland. Jani Salmi is after Canada's. Over in North Carolina, this is Jacob Smith's first goose hunt of the 2015-2016 season. He meets up with friends, he shoots geese, though he misses the shot with the camera. Okay, French would be useful here. Ouverture de la chasse au gibier d'eau en Indre-et-Loire shows the opening of the wildfowling in the Loire region. Isn't my accent magnificent? This film comes from Chasseurs de France, the French equivalent of Basque or Ducks Unlimited. And not to leave out the Southern Hemisphere, Finn Bland sends in some paradise duck shooting from New Zealand. Thought you guys might be interested, he says. Thank you, Finn, we are. And wise of me not to attempt that accent. French channel Fairway has been to the UK to shoot 350 crows and rooks. Fairway is the channel that did the excellent spoof film about shooting crows from the crow's point of view. It fooled me. Happily, this film is no spoof. Moving to bigger game, Reggie Buffett kindly sent in this film. Die Zeit vor der Brunft shows stags and bucks getting steamed up before their various ruts. As Reggie puts it perfectly, it's a video without words of frolicking ungulates in nature. To Reggie. And finally, not everybody's cup of red bush tea, but this is how to deal with a pig with dogs and a knife. About as quick as could be, but not as quick as many might imagine they would like. That's it for this week. If you have a YouTube film you would like us to pop into the weekly top 8, send it in via YouTube or email me the link, charlie@fieldsportschannel.tv. That's it. I'm in Scotland for a week of sport. Find out more next week. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Please go to our website, fieldsportschannel.tv. Click to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or pop your email address into the constant contact box and we'll constantly contact you about Fieldsports Britain. It's at 7 PM UK time every Wednesday, and this has been Fieldsports Britain. Good hunting, good shooting, good fishing, and goodbye.